पाछल 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 रहे ना ए धुआं मत उड़ा अरे रुको ना ये सारो कचरा पचरा आ रहा है मैं उससे कचरा आ रहा है अरे यहाँ पे इधर ले क्या कर रहा है इधर यहाँ पे देखो ना so here this side shoes yeah
निकल गया घर से तो वापस नहीं निकल गया
How are you?
Chief, how are you? Nice to see you. How are you? Obviously.
Yes, sir. Monday? Monday?
I think that we've kind of come to it's not about the most things that kind of scale which make money for them.
पीछे रहना है भाई
Wednesday, Thursday. Will you fly down there? Basically, I think we'll show the premiere. The screening. Tuesday or Wednesday. I'll tell you by today evening because the evening copy will be ready. I'm not going to be there. Women will be there. No, 11th or 12th. Yeah, 11th or 12th.
लाइट दो सर लाइट दो ना अगेंस्ट लाइट इधर आ जाओ सर इधर आ जाओ अच्छा फोटो क्यों ना लेफ्ट हां साथ में लेफ्ट ऑन लेफ्ट जोर से और एक बार
she's more comfortable with photographs.
And he's always like
yeah.
चलो ओके
thank you guys.
मैम आपका सोलो यहाँ पे सेंटर में दिखे ले पीछे स्क्रीन भी चालू कर दिया मैम ये सेंटर यहाँ पे
Thank you. चलो पिक्चर देखते हैं.
एकदम
पहले से क्वेश्चन पूछा ना कि आपका लर्निंग एक्सपीरियंस क्या था उमर
लोग अपने सवालों के साथ yes okay so everybody to start with जो टीम के साथ जुड़ते हैं फिल्मों के साथ जुड़ते हैं जो लोग बहुत ज़्यादा मेजर रोल प्ले करते हैं और इनके बिना सिनेमा दूर तक नहीं पहुंच सकता तो वी हैव गॉट आवर डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर्स विद अस मिस्टर अक्षय राठी सो प्लीज जॉइन अस ऑन स्टेज Welcome, sir. We also have Mr. Pankaj, who is your 4 movies distributor. So please join us on stage. And of course, our heroine who is debuting in Hindi cinema now. So एक बार जोरदार तालियों से पायल राजपूत का वेलकम करते हैं. Very very warm welcome. Many congratulations for this grand debut. And we hope and pray कि आपका magic फिर से repeat हो और पूरे देश में इस बार आपका जादू चले. And of course it's an absolute honor to call him on stage. And वैसे ये कहते हैं कि ये shy हैं, reserve हैं, तो आइए अब अपना not at all और आपको इनको थोड़ा प्यार और मोहब्बत दिखाते हैं कि what it feels like being in Mumbai, what it feels like being part of this side of the Ginna Bhai, Vishnu Manchu, एक बार जोरदार तालियां. Mike. So over to media now. आप लोग अपने सवाल पूछ सकते हैं हमारी टीम से.
The trailer look amazing, you know. और जिस तरह से पूरा ट्रेंड चला है, I hope you understand Hindi.
Of course, बात करने को थोड़ा मुश्किल है, but I understand Hindi quite.
Okay, trailer look amazing, songs look amazing, you know. How this whole project happened, you know. और उसके बाद सनी लियोनी को फिल्म में कास्ट करना, पायल इसका हिस्सा है. Tell us a little journey about it, how it all started.
I'll speak in English. I hope it's okay.
It's okay, no problem.
So, you know what? Last November, October, November, exactly a year ago, I was approached by the writer of the movie, Mr. Kona Venkat, you know, saying that there's a script I want to hear. I heard the script, and then I liked it. And then they said, very good. We have Miss Sunny, you know, attached to the project already. I said, Sunny Leone. I said, she's not popular in Telugu because predominantly it had to be a Telugu film. And I said, no, earlier, about a few years back, I produced a film with my brother, and Sunny played a small role in that. I said, it's been quite a few years. Telugu audience don't, you know, I don't know. They said, no, it's Sunny, it's the thing. Then I kind of slowed it down. I said, okay, there are a few changes in the script. Let me get back to you. Then about 15 days later, when they didn't hear back from me, they reached out to my father. So father, of course, given his, you know, him being an actor, him being, you know, a legendary figure back home, they said, sir, you know, Vishnu's got a great script we narrated, because the writer, Mr. Kona Venkat, and I collaborated. Our first collaboration was a movie called D, which was a very big hit in Telugu. You know, some say it's a cult film, and I'm honored to be a part of that film. And after that, we made another 2 films together. So all the 3 films Kona and I made were huge blockbusters back in Telugu. And he was finding it strange for the last 10-15 days that I wasn't getting back after the script was narrated to me. Then
I'm sorry to cut you. Can we switch off this? At the back, there will be a problem in the camera. Thank you so much.
So then they went to my father, and they told him, and my dad heard the script, he liked it, and then he called me and he said, did you hear a script that Kona told about 15 days ago? I said, yeah, I kind of liked the script, but a few changes, and they had Sunny. I wasn't sure how Sunny would be an advantage to the Telugu audience. And he said, Vishnu, you have friends in your media, so, you know, you find out. I think she would be the perfect fit for the role, what they are saying. And there's no two ways about it. Then I made a few calls to some leading, you know, regional newspapers, which are the top newspapers. And I said, can you do me a sample survey? You know, I gave them 5 names. And I said, can you do a sample survey among the audience and say who they would be interested to see in a very interesting role. So Sunny's name came for 73%. So I was like, I was wrong. So I said, okay, let's work on the project ASAP. Then they said, okay, what about the heroine? I said, look, you already got a hot-looking woman, you know, Sunny Leone over there. You know, I need someone equally who can share the space. You know, and then here I have Paayal Rajput. She's considered a very hot property after RX100, and you know, she's more outgoing than me. So she put me in a very embarrassing spot many a times at shooting. So, it was really fortunate to be acting with people without inhibitions, who brought me out of that shyness. And one by one, everything fell in place. And if you see all the actors here who are associated with the movie, they're all the A+ list talent of our Telugu industry. And they have been seen in a lot of Hindi dubbed also from Telugu. And if you look at the talent who's been associated also in terms of the crew, we've got one of our legendary Indian cinematographers, Mr. Chota K. Naidu, and my elder brother, Mr. Prabhudeva. He came and choreographed the song, and I have to tell that we all grew up together. I was a kid when he was already on the journey of becoming a legend. When the production reached out to him and said, "Sir, the check is," my dad sent a blank check to him, saying that let Prabhu fix up what he wants to. He called me and said, "So you're trying to, you've become such a big guy that you're paying me money now for choreographing." I know, what nonsense is this? So he sent a check back. And then I had the fortune of, having the choreography of Mr. Prem Rakshit, who's very famous for his current song, Natu Natu. So he gave the concept and visualization for the movie right from the beginning of the script. And then, of course, I had one of my favorite choreographers ever, Mr. Ganesh Acharya. His first Telugu song was in my Telugu film, in my film, long back, almost about 12, 15 years ago. And I could say, I can proudly say that I launched him in Telugu. And I love him. So we had some of the best talent work together, and I had wonderful music directors and the team work together. And then I reached out to my friend Akshay. Akshay and I have been, talking for quite some time. And, it's not, Akshay and I never had any, financial transactions ever, but, being an actor, I can follow certain people on Twitter. But if I have a secondary account, I can follow a lot of people which none of you know. And Akshay is one of them. Well, Akshay, you're the most decent guy I follow on Twitter, okay, in my secondary account. So, I keep following what he talks about movies and the distribution and everything. It's very insightful. So, Mr. Sunil Shetty actually introduced both of us, and I have to say thanks to Sunil Anna, because the introduction he's given us was priceless. And, Akshay and I spoke a lot. Then our association with Mr. Pankaj with UFO started. And they were very keen. I think in December we met, right? They had come to Hyderabad and they were talking. And I said, yes, in probably July, August, September, I will have my release. I think that would be a good thing to release over there. So the planning of releasing in Hindi was way ahead of time. It wasn't something we just planned now. And we made a conscious effort of, keeping our partners very close and taking them in every way. Saying this is when the audio is releasing, this is when it's going. So I pray and hope that our association will be fruitful and mutually beneficial for both of us. So this, my friend, is a short journey of Ginna.
वेरी श्योर पायल आपसे जानना चाहूंगा जैसे विष्णु सर बता रहे थे RX100 के बाद और आप इस फिल्म के साथ आ रही हैं लुकिंग अमेजिंग ऑन द स्क्रीन टेल अस क्या खास होगा जब मैं इस ट्रेलर की बात करता हूँ या मैं फिल्म की बात करता हूँ बाकी फिल्मों से क्या खास होगा इस फिल्म के अंदर
Sure. So, first and foremost, thank you so much for coming here and promoting our movie Ginna. और मुझे आज बहुत ज़्यादा अच्छा लग रहा है just because see I stay here only like 15 minutes away and this is very first time I'm promoting my first Hindi film over here in Mumbai, so it's indeed a very big day for me. And yeah, this movie is releasing in 3 languages, Malayali, Hindi and Telugu. और अगर आप कहते हैं कि क्या मुझे अच्छा लग रहा है और मतलब कैसे मुझे मिली ये कहना चाहते हैं आप, right? So I'll tell you, I started my career with RX100 back there in 2018 and that has changed the trajectory of my career. उस मूवी की वजह से मुझे सब कुछ मिल गया. मतलब I still remember my struggle days when I was there in Mumbai. I struggled almost for 5 to 6 years. यहाँ पास में आराम नगर है, वहाँ जाके मैं 6-6, 7-7 ऑडिशन देती थी और कई बार तो ऐसा था कि 5-6 ऑडिशन में सेलेक्ट भी हो गई. तो I really want to thank my mom and dad for that. कि मुझे हाइट अच्छा, I'm blessed with that. So I know my journey and RX100 is very, very close to my heart, and because of that movie today I'm standing here in front of all of you. and that's why I hold that movie very close to my heart. Or yeah, coming back to Ginna again. I was looking for an immersive experience, and through this movie, I got the one. And I really want to thank Vishnu for that, and for Mohan sir. You know, they made me the part of this prestigious project. Or through this movie, I would say I got to work with such a brilliant team. I mean, Prabhu Deva sir, Kona Venkat sir, who is the writer for our film, and Chota Garu, one of the bestest DOPs in South India. और अब मुझे लगता है कि we are not just different tags from different industries. We all are the actors. Be it in Sandalwood, in Tollywood, in Bollywood, our mere objective is to entertain people, our fans and our audiences. So this is what I am doing. और yes, very excited for 21st. और मेरे लिए भी एक वो था कि मैंने हिंदी में देखा. I was checking out all in Telugu. Now it's coming in Hindi, so I'm very very excited for this. और आप भी प्लीज देखिएगा.
विष्णु सर, मेरा सवाल आपसे, द नेम ऑफ द फिल्म इज जिन्ना भाई. जब मैं जिन्ना भाई की बात करूँ, whenever somebody talk about Jinnah, it reminds us of the partition which India has seen, the partition by Muhammad Ali Jinnah. Do you think there are possibility people, there are very sensitive people in our country, there are people who consider Jinnah as a villain for India. Do you think someone comes up and, disagree with the title of yours because the name is Ginna Bhai?
My brother, you're actually quite late in creating a controversy, because the controversy was already created when the name was announced back home. I had a lot of people breathing down my neck. The media, ripped me apart a few months back. I was quiet because I was very clear about what the title was. See, we explained at the very beginning what the title means. The hero's name is G. Nageshwara. And we brought out a trailer also to explain what it is in the beginning of, in the Telugu thing. So his name is Gali Nageshwara. Gali in Telugu means Hawa. So his friends keep teasing him with the name Gali, so he doesn't like that. So he changes his name for a short form called Jinnah. So for people who don't know, in certain parts in Andhra Pradesh, G. Nageshwara, the short form is called Ginna. I know the friends among others, they call Ginna. So that's the reason why when Akshay and I also were talking very closely about selecting the name, we had realized that there was already a company which had registered the name Jinnah, that is Muhammad Ali Jinnah. But here it was Ginna. So even then when we tried to explain to the people who were actually registering the title, they didn't accept. So that's the reason why we had to come up with Ginna Bhai.
The reason I ask you this, though the film is releasing in pan India, अब सब कुछ ऐसा हो गया है कि every second film, whether it is happening in Telugu, Malayalam, Tamil, it is getting a pan India release, and your film too is coming on that path. That's why I ask you for the, it's not creating a controversial question.
No, you're right. We already had our share of, media space. I had to thank all the people back home.
Might be the Hindi belt left.
Yeah, they didn't realize it. Probably they'll realize it now. I hope they... it's a kind of good thing when a certain controversy comes up. People who don't know about my movie seem to be knowing about my movie.
क्या बात है, एक बार जोरदार तालियां. What an attitude and approach. Amazing. Very well answered.
So, Vishnu sir, my question from you
Yes.
is, initially the film was supposed to release on 5th of October, and then the dates changed and it became 21st. I would like to know from you, what was your take on this?
See, my friend, I kind of tricked everybody saying that I never announced the date 5th as the release of my movie. I just marked the calendar 2 months ago as 5th October ? That's all. And 5th October was the day of the trailer release. I had, see, I am an entertainer. And hook or crook, I got to make news about my movie. So for the last 15-20 days, everybody was jumping up and down saying that so Vishnu is also in the race of the movie. I very calmly waited 1 week ahead. I said, my trailer is releasing on the 5th. And 2 months ago, we decided on the date. Then 5th, it came out. And 21st for Diwali release, if you have noticed the dialogues in the movie also, You know, my friend, you know, the character which talks about Ginna, he says he's a cracker, like, you know, he explodes like Diwali cracker. So we were pretty sure we were going to get a Diwali release.
क्या बात है?
How do you look at Clash, Vishnu?
Clash
Clash of
Clash.
movies, you know, because there is also a dry spell at the box office, you know, recently.
See,
How do
probably I'll end the dry spell at the box office. I'm keeping my fingers crossed. I hope and pray, and you know, I hope the audience would bless us, you know, because we're coming up with a lot of hope, and you know, ultimately I finished writing my exam.
Yeah.
Now, you know, my father says in Telugu, you know, one of his most famous quote is that Prajale Pratiksha Daivalu, means people are the living gods for us actors, for us filmmakers, because if not for the love and you know, blessing and support of the audience who watch our films, we are nobody. And we got to respect that with them, and I hope and pray that they bless us by watching our film.
Though we
Certainly,
keep
certainly.
saying that it's an Indian film, there's no need to say South film and North film. Nonetheless, Vishnu is from the South. So you're coming with a straight film, Hindi film. And during that time only a few other films of Akshay, Ram Setu, and that is coming around, you know. No, you'll understand. You'll understand me. Yeah, na, Vishnu? So you're doing this first film, you know, Hindi. So what do you have to say? You'll be
See,
getting an open arm reception, of course, because you're well known.
See, I'm very fortunate because you know, I have you know, Mr. Pankaj planning my release on Friday, which is the 21st. I think the other Hindi films are releasing on the 25th, if I'm not wrong. 25th is a Tuesday. Yeah, and you know, these are the people I grew up watching, Mr. Akshay, Mr. Ajay, you know, all their movies when I was a kid. I looked up at them and watched the movies and I adored them. Today my film is releasing on par with them, and I hope and pray their films do well. But I hope and pray that my film does better than them. You know, let us all live together, and I hope, you know, the audience would bless us with that.
Hi, yes, Center here. My name is Mayur. Mayur from Beyond Bollywood, and it's an introduction to me to each one of you all, including Mr. Akshay Rathi, who I've known for many years over the phone, but never had the pleasure of meeting him in person. And obviously, I come, you know, basically an audience from Mumbai, largely a Bollywood audience, I would consider myself, and obviously it's an education for us when, you know, South films do well, they come down over here. But in terms of marketing, often, you know, we hear that, you know, RRR, you know, KGF, you know, and Pushpa, you know, that they did well. And what I wanted to know was, like, you know, obviously those films doing well does have an impact, you know, it gives a perspective. But is that the reason enough to, you know, maybe come down to Bombay and, you know, promote the film, you know, and what are the targets when you'll decide, you know, okay, this is, you know, we are going to also release, you know, release it in Hindi in dubbed version. Are there like humble expectations, realistic, or you know, have these films kind of, you know, given an altogether new target for you all?
See, your question is a very interesting question, but the answer is going to be a very, very long answer. But I'll try to keep it as brief as possible.
Sure.
See, like I was telling, you know, Ms. Lipika also today morning, you know, the success ratio, I think Akshay would know better, of any film industry per se, would range anywhere between 20 to 30% at the maximum. That's the success ratio. It would be even lesser, but not more. So far, Hindi cinema, you've been appreciating, you know, 30% of the cream of the best films. Now, all of a sudden, thanks to pandemic, what would have happened 5 years later is happening now. And the distribution network like UFO and some other professionals, the multiplex chains, they're all, you know, coming up in every nook and corner of the country. And when they come for us to make, the movies have been releasing here for quite some time. I'll give you a fine example of two of the biggest superstars of India, Mr. Rajnikant and Mr. Kamal Hassan. Their movies have been releasing right from 1980s. There was a lull, I think, probably from 2000 to 2000 until Bahubali came, early 2000 to until Bahubali. There weren't many films other than Mr. Rajnikant's or Mr. Kamal Hassan's which were releasing. So, you know, I'm proud to say that, you know, this is a golden era of Telugu film, Kannada film, Tamil film and Malayalam film, because Now with the explosion of social media, you people are, you people in the sense that the Hindi-speaking audience are able to go watch the movies in the multiplexes with English subtitles. You're loving it. You don't want to deny yourself of a great film or a good film. You're like, acha, there are subtitles, I'll go understand it. And movie is universal. Not every movie we make in Telugu would adhere to the audience here, because some could be very native in subject. My movie, Ginna, I believe that is a subject which would reach out to all the masses. So here I am, promoting the film. The movies you mentioned, they are phenomenal movies. And why should they be limited only to Telugu? And now they showcased it to you, and you all loved it. And another great example is Triple R. It's about two freedom fighters. What if they met? That's what great directors do. They brought us into a trance, and they made us believe in that lie. See, I'm a liar. Okay, I'm an actor. When you're coming into the theater, I want you to believe in the lies I tell you. Okay, and if I lie good and you believe in my lie, then I think I did a great job. So that's what I believe this film is about.
How much obviously this tough phase for Hindi cinema the last, especially with COVID and the last 2 years not been great. Has that also helped other markets, other cinemas from India to find a foothold in the Hindi belt?
I don't think so, because see, the fate of every actor changes every Friday. Okay, every Friday. And if only anybody could crack the code about which movie actually works, I think nobody would want to work on a bad film. So I think probably maybe the stories which some of the people, big films here are telling, is not probably accepted by many people. But you have got some phenomenal movies like Gangubai. What a movie was that? That was a phenomenal movie. And yes, recently, I haven't watched it yet, but Brahmastra was also accepted by the larger mass. Yes, there are very good movies which are coming up. Lal goes through everything. It's only a matter of 3-4 years. You won't have to wait for Hindi films or Telugu films. You'll just wait for an Indian film. So, my movie getting dubbed will be an Indian film. It will be a Hindi film for you. And yes, any film really dubbing in Telugu which is releasing there will be a Telugu film for us.
Thank you. Payal, just reading about you, I believe you started your career with a TV serial called Sapno Se Bhare Naina.
Yes, sir. Yes.
तो वो सीरियल मिलने से पहले और अब कितने सपने पूरे हैं और अभी नैन में कितने सपने
That's so sweet of you. You have done homework before coming here. That's really nice of you, sir. Thank you so much for that. Yes, back there in 2013, I started my career with serials. I did almost, I think, 3 to 4 serials. Last one was Mahakumbh on Life OK with Gautam Rode, and that was a hit serial back then. And afterwards, I wanted to experiment. I wanted to explore myself. I didn't want to limit myself with serials only. And afterwards, I did couple of Punjabi films. Chana Meria was the official remake of Sairat movie. That's a hit in Marathi. So, and for that, I won Filmfare also. And actually, that thing, given me wings to fly. And afterwards, yeah, and one fine day, I got a call for RX 100. I still remember 2018. Somewhere in January or something, yeah. I was shooting with Jassi Gill in Punjab, Chandigarh, and I got a call, and they were like, we want to audition you for RX 100, and I given audition on phone only, just like that. I'm very terrible at that, but despite of that, I given that audition. And the next day, I got a call from Ajay sir, and he was like, you're flying to Hyderabad, come here. And उन्होंने मेरे साथ क्या किया? इतना बड़ा मुझे script दे दिया तेलुगु में. And that language was really alien to me. I didn't know a single word. Now I am very much familiar with Telugu. I can frame my sentences. I can convey whatever I feel like. Achhi hai na meri Telugu? So this is how it happened. I will tell you one more thing. When I auditioned for RX 100, starting mein I tried to mug up, I was mugging all the dialogues, everything. But when I gone on the sets, I was like blank. मैं बिल्कुल blank थी. हाँ, I mean, I was so blank that I was unable to deliver the dialogues. I was completely blank, and afterwards he was like, I don't think so. This girl would be able to pull it off. Send her back straight away on my face, and I was like, shit, man. I was doubting myself. I was like, no, I'm doubting my craft. I mean, I have been working here for last 6-7 years, and I work really very hard. So I was like, just give me one more chance. I'll do the same dialogues in my mother tongue. I mean, either Punjabi or Hindi, whatever you feel like. And he was like, chalo last shot do. And I did it. He just turned back and he was like, I want this girl. And that's how I got RX 100. That was really not that easy journey. बहुत difficult रहा है मेरे लिए. But thank God, I think my good deeds, my hard work, my good karmas along with my hard work really paid off. So वहाँ से मैंने शुरू किया. Serials करे. अब तेलुगु कर रही हूँ. Now I'm looking forward to enter in Bollywood, which is again not that easy. I'm struggling.
Mentioned in Vireki wedding. Were you part of it?
I was just a small part of it. Yeah.
So basically this is in spirit your first.
Yeah, this is. I'll call this one my debut in Hindi. Yeah.
Great. I wish you all the best.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much.
Since your RX
RX 100, ma'am.
100 did very well,
Yes.
would I take the privilege of calling you a southern siren, turning to Bollywood?
Hi. Please do that. Please do that. I'm dying to be here. That's why I was telling him, oh my God, welcome to my city. I've stayed here for 5 to 6 years. I struggled here. Now I shifted my base to Hyderabad because I'm doing Kannada, Malayali, and my one more movie is releasing on 21st. That is Headbush, biopic on MP Jairaj. I'm sure teaser and song got released, and we have got some humongous response for that. So yeah, 2 movies are on the roll.
So since Payal is dying to turn her attention towards Bollywood,
Yes.
if date clashes, you get 2 films in Tollywood and you'll ditch them?
I don't know, but I'll try to manage both. Yeah. I mean, yeah, you are asking a mother, who do you love the most? So, no, I'll manage. I'm ready to sacrifice my sleep. I'm ready to sacrifice my food. I can sacrifice each and everything for my projects. So, I work that way. Yeah, pray for me, please. I really want to enter into Bollywood. Thank you. With this movie, of course, I am. But yes.
Vishnu sir, this is
Next
Shivam here.
question.
Trailer is quite amazing, and I have to ask that you have worked in various comedy films. Ginna is something different that we can see here. This is slightly different. How much did you have enjoyed this character, and what was your experience in that?
I really loved it, working on it. So one of the most of my biggest hits have been action comedies, and for the last 3-4 years I haven't done a good action comedy. I haven't actually done any action comedy. Wow. So this one, when it came, I really loved it, and especially the thrill factor of it. Whether is it horror or is it a thriller, that's a very thin line. So that would be the surprise factor of Ginna, and that's what I enjoyed the entire process. I had the privilege of acting with 3 beautiful women, and the meme culture is very popular, predominant now in social media. So there's one of my friend forwarded a meme to me that someone made. It had Paayal on top of me, on the trailer. That's one shot. The other shot was Sunny on top of me, and below there were a couple of comedians saying that very life, you have to live life like Vishnu Manchu, man. So it was apart from romancing them and flirting with them, it was a great experience.
Vishnu, there is a demand if you do a hook step of this movie. Awesome.
Okay.
I tore my ACL in that song. You saw. After that, they said that I have to get operated. Probably after the release, I'll get it operated, and 3 months later, I'll do.
Vishnu sir, if you have to work with Bollywood films, in Bollywood films, which director you would like to work with, and which actress you would like to work with?
You're giving me like, you're taking me into Disneyland and saying which ride you want to go. It's like, the actresses are like rides. Everybody are pretty. Well, right now, I already said, a long time ago, there was a funny reel which Payal and Sunny, they asked who's my favorite. I said Alia Bhatt. I didn't want both of them to. But the director per se, there are some great directors here like Mr. Hirani, Mr. Bansali, Mr. Roj Shetty. I would love to work with them given an opportunity, but I would love to see if they would love to come and direct my Telugu film there rather than me trying to act in a Hindi film. I would love for them to come and direct a Telugu film, and if that film releases here, it is a Hindi film. So I would love to see if, explore that possibility. And brother, the money which the Bollywood directors charge here is almost equivalent to what our Telugu directors are charging, and maybe our Telugu directors are a little more expensive. I think I can probably come here and afford, great directors, and the wait time would be lesser.
There is a competition between Sunny and Payal on the social media, that who is your favorite?
I said Alia Bhatt. So, there you go.
that
I need them for promotion for the next 10 days, so please.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, please go ahead.
Who decide the tickets rates? Exhibitors, on the cinema day, the tickets were only 75 rupees. So people thronged into the theaters. So will you consider that? I mean, what will be the rate of tickets, especially in Mumbai?
Well, absolutely, ma'am. I think the National Cinema Day has been an eye-opener for the entire entertainment industry. So 75 possibly is too low a rate to be able to sustain the kind of expenses and overheads that are associated with running a cinema. But yes, more rational pricing that makes movie-going a lower-hanging fruit for the people at large, and not just people who can afford a more expensive ticket, but for the widest spectrum of the social strata. That would be a very conscious attempt that the entire value chain, including the actors, the producers, the distributors, the exhibitors, have to work towards consciously. And it's not just about the ticket price, it's about the movie-going experience overall. So the food and beverages, everything. Absolutely. So the idea will always be to make it, a habit for the Aam Aadmi of India, and hopefully we'll be able to do that. And an inspiration behind this whole thought is actually the southern film industry, and especially Tamil, where the movie tickets are actually capped by the government at about 160 rupees. And that's the reason why you see the kind of occupancy that you do there. And hopefully we'll be able to emulate that in the time to come.
Has the producer got the profit on the table?
The producer of this film is right here. So you can probably check with him.
Yeah, Vishnu? Or is it on royalty basis? Is it on royalty basis?
No, they're distributing it, but I would like to request Mr. Pankaj, please, if there's a possibility, I would love to have more, foots into the door rather than the pricing. So if there's anything a sweet spot, because the ticket pricing is actually, are trying to kill not just the ticket pricing, but the whole outing of coming into the theater have kind of killing the experience for the general audience. So if there's any possibility, I have no egos. So, if you want to reduce the general ticket pricing and put a sweet spot for the audience to come and enjoy in Diwali, so please do the pricing. I leave it to you. I want the audience to have a great Diwali.
Yes, sir, they will. So, Vishnu sir and everybody, we have got a lot of questions here. Yes.
My question for Payal, what is your experience of more, मतलब आपने सनी लियोनी के साथ काम किया, विष्णु सर के साथ, what is your experience and कैसा रहा जर्नी आपके इन तीनों के साथ, और कौन आपका both of favorite रहा आपके साथ काम करने में?
Well, initially when I signed this film, I was quite apprehensive. I was scared within. I don't know how I'm going to gel up with these people. Sometimes I felt left out. Because these guys, Sunny and Vishnu, they were always talking about their kids, their upbringing, their schooling, and I was like, what the hell, what am I doing here? But yes, just, jokes apart, I felt really comfortable with them, और बहुत मजा आया. Of course, Vishnu is my favorite.
Sunny Leone is not your favorite?
No, of course she is. Who was saying so? You were saying that. Come on. Don't get me into controversy. She's a sweetheart. I mean, I have seen her, that motherly nature, and she's the, epitome of grace and style. I mean, I love her so very much, and I'm missing her today. I don't know where she is busy. I think she's busy with she's in Goa, having fun. Okay.
But heroine will always choose the hero.
Yeah. Both are sweethearts, actually.
Hello. Hi, Vishnu. This is Anjane from Film Window. And first of all, you have really created a very good content for us. And the question is that about, it's for the Hindi audience, the content, right now the teaser what we have seen, there was a bit of a horror part in the teaser. When the trailer has came, there was a comedy part, there was a thrill. So under what niche do you keep your movie?
What niche would you keep Bhool Bhulaiya, the first part?
Okay.
So that's the genre I am.
Okay, and one more question, sir. Whenever we work on something, then we saw if anything clicks in that, then only we move further ahead. So, what was the part of this movie where it hit that you should bring this content to the pan India?
See the script, the comedy, the comedy and the main thread of the movie, which is the thriller aspect, was something which was really exciting for me. So that was when we felt that this would be working for the entire audience of our country, and here we are.
Thank you so much and congratulations.
क्या बात है? So एक question.
Hello, Vishnu sir.
Yes, hi.
This is Vinay from Bollywood Helpline. Doing Ginna Bhai, you face any challenges? Because South movie की trend के बाद people wants more and more content from Tollywood. So you face any challenges? What do you want to say about it?
See, the biggest challenge for me is trying to get the right dubbing and getting the right content. Especially, it shouldn't feel like, the lip sync is off. We speak in Telugu, but, when we are dubbing it, it shouldn't look too different. 15-20 years ago, the scenario was different. When English films were dubbed in Hindi or Telugu, it was really weird. So, but now the game has changed. So if I want the Hindi audience to embrace a film and like it, I have to be very careful with the post-production. The biggest challenge for me was the post-production process, which is still a challenge because in the trailer what you saw, there are few things which I wanted it even better, but because of the lack of time they just came out with it. But the final product is going to be phenomenal, as good as what I want it to be.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
I feel very weird. I feel very weird saying that, oh, that's not me.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Photo.
Visual. Photo. Chalo.
I just want to
So गई थी बुड्ढी.
we had seen few of your film in remake.
भाई गेलो.
Somehow all of your film in dubbed.
I get it na?
So when you and your family watch those kind of films, how do you react? How's your family been reacting to it?
It's a very
Are
good
they making sense?
See, it's a very good question what you say, because most of my films apparently have done very well in the digital media, especially YouTube and the Hindi dubbing channel. I've been the star of the month in some channel for almost 8 months straight, and that film particularly didn't do well in Telugu, but it did very well over here. So my friends keep making fun of me. Maybe you should just make a film and dub it and release it in Hindi. But I'm surprised. I realized that I have a larger audience. People have been watching my movie because I keep traveling quite a lot to London or Dubai or many of these countries. When I get down, a very good experience, I tell you. When I got down in London, I asked my cousin to come pick me up. So he came up. See, when I leave the country, that's the opportunity for me to be a normal person. Where I want to do my own stuff. I get out of the country because I don't have additional help. So you have to keep yourself rooted. So, I rent an apartment. I go stay there for about a few weeks, clean my own clothes, do everything on my own. So I called an Uber and I was getting into the Uber and the driver gets down and he looks at me and he's like very excited looking at me. I'm like, yo, you bro, I love your movies, bro. I was like, okay, this fellow, probably he's seen my movies, he's trying to relate at the channel. Yeah. I said, yeah, thank you. Now let's get in the car. I sit down. And we're going in the car and then suddenly, he keeps talking. I love the way you dance. I love the way you fight. And I was like, so then I was talking to my cousin. This guy is, in Telugu I was telling him, this guy is really irritating me, man. I'm pretty sure he doesn't know my name. I'm going to ask him to shut up right now. So I'll put a question to him. I said, okay, bro, what was my last film you watched? He gave the chronological order of all my films. I was like, what? He's like, yeah, I love your films. I love it. I said, I had to respect him. I said, brother, where are you from? He said, I'm an Afghan. I watch your films. In YouTube, it's all there. So then I made a clipping. He refused to take money from me. So one of the advantages of my movies dubbing is that whenever I go to restaurants in some of the restaurants in Dubai or London, Bangladeshis or people from West Bengal, they kind of recognize me and they refuse to take money from me. And I'm like, wow, that's the perk of being an actor. But that's a blessing. More than the money, the recognition what I get, that's the biggest high. Nothing in the world will give me a bigger high, especially for an actor, than getting recognized. So I guess to answer your question, my family really don't watch my films. But my friends, I have my family here, my friends, very close friends here. Whenever my film comes, they take photos on the TV and they send it. And I'm like, please stop embarrassing me. I can't look at myself on screen, I get embarrassed.
So, thank you everybody. And after the super success of Ginna Bhai, Vishnu can...
I think I'm the only one who is changing poses. You guys are...
You want both of us?
We would request some media people not to leave without the refreshments.
Thank you. Yeah, I was saying something which we saw right now. Payal from Chandigarh doing a Punjabi movie, going now to Hyderabad doing a Telugu movie, and Vishnu, or I can call him a Vishnu Bhai now, from Hyderabad coming to Mumbai for a Telugu movie. You see, the national integration which is happening as of today is the best thing which is happening, and getting meaningful, entertaining movies pan-India. And this is what we are talking about, how the change has happened after the pandemic which is happening right now. The exhibitors are getting, the audiences are getting the movies which matter now. It doesn't matter who's the star cast, whether it's big or it is small. It's just that the movie has to be entertaining, and this is what we see, exactly what is required during the Diwali period. A light, entertaining, action movie. So I really wish them all the best and look for your support for that. Thank you.
When we process all the wave of this, releasing films in pan India from all corners of the India, when do you think the wave started? This whole,
It just started after the pandemic. After the pandemic, because at that time, during the pandemic, people were starved of the content. They were watching the content on television. Then they are widening their interest. The interest suddenly changed after the pandemic. What we see, the smaller movies, if I can name a few, like Kartikeya 2, a very small movie, all of a sudden becoming a hit. Secondly, what we had, Charlie 777, again a very small movie, but the content was extremely powerful and did very well. Recently, we did a Nepali movie, Prem Geet. Prem Geet releasing pan-India, Nepali movie releasing pan-India. See, the audience tastes have changed drastically after the pandemic. And as I mentioned, what more national integration that one would want? Having a Chandigarh girl doing a Punjabi movie, doing a Telugu movie now, and Vishnu Manchu coming to Mumbai to do a Hindi movie, and Sunny Leone from the West, she's there. Because it's all across. And I probably think now the Paayal Rajput would be the next, going to Hollywood also for that. It doesn't matter.
The South movies previously used to release in regional, right? They used to call, people used to call that a regional cinema, right? Now it is releasing all over across the country with, in various languages. How do you see that change and that dubbing system that put an effort on this platform right now?
See, almost every week, as in UFO, we are releasing 2 to 3 movies in the distribution on an every week. We recently released Mammootty's movie, Rorschach. This was this Friday. People are accepting it. The start is a little slow on a Friday, but come Saturday and Sunday, the social media is doing a lot of difference. Social media immediately, which passes on the information that this movie is good, we need to see this movie. This movie is good, please go and see it. More than the critics, people are believing in their friends. So yes, this is a time when the social media is playing a lot of importance to it.
After the pandemic, or you can say in the pandemic, people are more obsessed with OTT platforms, right? People used to watch South films on the OTT, then they get more obsessed with that South films right now. So how do you see OTT platform as in the current situation?
See, OTT platform is here to stay. The theaters are here to stay. The OTT is not going anywhere. The theaters are not going anywhere. We are now going for a wider release to cut the time before the movies come onto the OTT platform. So that is why we see 1,000 cinema release or a 500 cinema release, that let us consume it on the first day, the first few weeks, and then goes on OTT. So everyone is happy, but both of them are going to coexist.
Are we going to see all the like OTT platforms like web series and all in Hindi language too? Because people have many demands for the language of Hindi, because some movies are in Telugu or it's any different language, but they have a demand to see that movie, but not in more movies. So is it through this process will become more easier for the masses to watch?
For the masses to watch, it is going to be easier as the time progresses. The windows, which as of now is about 8 weeks after the theatrical release, which probably with the passage of time can become 4 weeks also. But at the same time, the importance of releasing a movie in the theater remains, is because one is bade parde pe dekhna hai, two, the kind of awareness it creates for, let us say, Papayal or even Vishnu Manchu. Most important for him to see himself on the big screen. So that big screen is going to remain there, and the windows will cut short then. Yeah.
You know, if you talk about Vishnu and Paayal, they're looking so good on the...
Well, looking at the title Ginna Bhai, especially for the Mumbaikars, they will be very confused about it. Can you please give some of the summary about it?
See, we already released a trailer in Telugu explaining why we had to put the name Ginna. It's not Jinnah, Mohammad Ali Jinnah, but that's the reason we spelled it also G-I-N-N-A, because the hero's name is G. Nageshwar Rao, and he doesn't like his name. So he cut short his name and puts it as Ginna. Predominantly, it's a very Telugu thing where anybody's name is like that. A few of them keep the names like Gina. Gina is what they call them. And because we wanted all the languages we are releasing the movie to have the same title, so we went ahead with Jinnah. And of course, we knew the confusion which would arise if I had to keep it as Jinnah. You know, they would relate it to the Pakistan Jinnah. So we decided to call it Ginna Bhai. And when you look at the trailer, I don't think you will have any confusion about what kind of movie this is.
साथ ही ये भी कहना चाहूँगी कि आपने जिस तरीके से बताया, पहले मलयालम और तेलुगु में आपने सोचा था मूवी रिलीज़ करेंगे, फिर बाद में हिंदी सोचा. लेकिन I will say thank you to you because there are many Mumbaikars. They especially watched like all such Tollywood movie, and especially every time we see that they search for Telugu Tollywood movie in Hindi. So like fans are like very excited. क्या लगता है कितना खुश होंगे जब मूवी 21st को आने वाला है?
So I'm very happy because many of my Hindi dub films have done phenomenally well in OTT platforms or in satellite channels. And now my movie is coming out as a straight release on 21st October, and we are all very excited about it. So simultaneously, Telugu mein aur Malayalam mein bhi release ho raha hai. So very excited and very nervous also.
As your dad is the one who has written the whole script, was there any of your choice that no, please change this?
No, the story writer was Mr. Kona Venkat, and father worked on the screenplay of it. This is probably his second film he worked on the screenplay. He's a veteran actor, you know, and given his experience of working in almost 600 films, I think, you know, I value his opinions a lot. And when you're going to see the movie, you're going to love it.
If you are getting a chance in Bollywood to work with any of the hero or heroine, whom it will be, and what will be the story concept if there will be your idea?
See, my idea would be I would lean towards action comedies or fantasies. You know, the social fantasy is what I would love to act in. And there are a bunch of great actors here, and I would love to act with every one of them, because see, if you're a cricketer and you would like to play against the best team in the country, you wouldn't want to play against a gully team, which, you know, your talent will never be shown. Only once you're facing the best in the game, that's when your talent will be shown. And I believe that I would love to act with some of the greats over here.
As there are a number of fans of yours, Vishnu's fans, so I would like to, can you please do a dialogue for all the audience who are very eager to watch this movie?
See, one of the biggest thing is people don't believe me, but I'm very shy. If you ask me to say a dialogue or do a dance, but I'll never be able to do it. You know, but in front of the camera, on the movie, you know, that's what I love doing. But outside, I'm very, very shy, so you have to excuse me. I'm not really comfortable doing that.
How was your experience working with Sunny?
Oh, it was brilliant. She was such a darling. You know, she's a fantastic girl, and I'm really glad I worked with her.
Lastly, any message to the all the fans?
We are all, you know, my film Ginna Bhai is releasing on 21st October. You know, for us actors, you know, audience are the living gods. So do watch a film and bless us all. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
एक से I think यहाँ पे बहुत disturbance है. For which channel, sweetie?
For ANN.
Just short and crisp करते हैं, है ना? बहुत सारा हो ही गया है.
So, Payal, firstly, we would like to know about your movie. What is the exciting part so that the audience will get more excited for it and get more entertained?
चलेगा. Recently, first and foremost, thank you so much for coming here and promoting our film Ginna. And Ginna is going to release in 3 languages: Malayali, Hindi, and Telugu. And as of now, predominantly, I'm working in Telugu more. And see, this movie is very colorful, very vibrant, and it has all the elements that you would, accept from a film to attain that cult status. So I'm very excited for this. And recently, teaser, trailer, and Goli Soda song got released, and we have got some humongous response, very nice response we got. So yeah, looking forward for 21st, and this is an amazing concept, amazing content. You have to watch on 21st. Yeah.
जिस तरीके से आपने जर्नी बताई, like ground to earth, it is very difficult for the actors to go through all this. So now you have set a very good stage where you have been known by everyone. How do you feel? What are the response from friends and family?
Raja, no. Okay, just last again.
I was like from ground to earth, you have came from, and now you are getting such a good response. What is the reaction from friends and family?
See, my family, especially my mom, she's very complacent in life. She's like, I'm so proud of you, and every time she says such words, I feel over the moon. I mean, I know my struggle, I know my background story and everything, and you know about this industry. This industry is so volatile. I mean, they are brilliant of highs and excruciating lows, and very transient industry. But yes, I'm just trying to make my mark over here in some or the other way, and now I'm really thankful to South industry, who has given me so much. Whatever I have desired for, whatever I have dreamt for, finally it's, my dreams are getting true, and yeah, I'm quite excited, and I'm really thankful to South industry more than anything else. Like, I mean, right now also it's so tough for me to enter into Bollywood. I'm still looking forward that कैसे होगा, कब होगा, कौन लेगा. So,
अगर आपसे पूछा जाए, अगर आपको अगर कोई टॉलीवुड हीरो के साथ अगर काम करना है,
I would love to work with, of course, number 1 Prabhas, and afterwards Allu Arjun sir.
And after watching the trailer, like a number of people have watched the trailer, what was the response from their side? Was there any comments which you would like to share?
No, everything, the air about our movie is really good. It's indeed very good, and we have started promoting it, here and there. Now tomorrow, I think from tomorrow onwards, we are going for the trip as well, like Rajmundry, Vizag. We are covering all Andhra, but everything's going good only. I mean, I'm quite exuberant about all the things happening around, and everything is like, falling in place.
Any of the upcoming after this, which you would like to share to all the fans who are very
My movies?
Yeah.
On 21st, 2 movies are releasing. The very first one is Ginna, and second one is Headbush, that is Kannada film. So, 2 films on the floor.
Last but not least, we would like to ask you to spell in the language with specific you have learned to the audience, what you would like to say to them in that specific
in Telugu?
Yeah.
See, since 2018, I have been working in Hyderabad, so I'm learning with each passing day. I mean, it's not that easy for me, it's not that seamless, but yes, I have tried my hands in Telugu, and now I can frame the sentences, I can communicate, but not that fluent. I'm not that affluent, but yes, I can try. So I just want to say to all my Telugu fans, na kotha movie release ki avutundi, meeru chala kotha support kavali, and meeru tapakunda churandi. Chalu. Thank you. Thank you so much. Take care.
Do everything on my own. So I called an Uber, and I was getting into the Uber, and the driver gets down and he looks at me, and he's like very excited looking at me. That work of being an actor, but that's a blessing. More than the money, the recognition what I get, that's the biggest high. Nothing in the world will give me a bigger high, especially for an actor, than getting recognized. So I guess to answer your question, my family really don't.
It's time for the photo op, and Thank you everybody, to all the media people, all the guests, our star cast, everybody who has been here. Thank you for taking out your time, and we wish and hope and pray that Ginna Bhai becomes a super success.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
On a center? Center visuals. Ginna Bhai.
You guys are
done. Now both of them. Both of them.
You want both of us?
अरे ये कौन है भाई?
We would request our media people not to leave without the refreshments.
Solo.
Solo.
अरे रुको आप
I can't go solo. Yeah, fuck up. Pause. Come.
Fire here. अरे और एक बार. फुटसॉल के कैमरा में भी देख लो जरा. या फिर सेंटर.
अरे वजन मत रखो यार. वही ना.
हाँ भैया.
Ginna Bhai, come.
विष्णु भाई आइए ना.
Ginna Bhai.
सर थोड़ा सा इस तरफ. बस. विष्णु भाई इधर. गिन्ना भाई इधर.
Now set, then I'll move you.
It's alright.
चलिए.